She remembered what brought her to the palace, and then she whispered an incantation under her breath and cursed Olu. In the heart of West Africa, there lived a handsome prince who was named Prince Olu. Prince Olu was renowned for his striking looks and deep, handsome brown eyes that gleamed like a polished mahogany, and a physique that seemed sculpted by the gods themselves. So handsome. Yet, despite his outward beauty, Olu's heart was hard and cold, treated his subjects with disdain, mocking their plight and dismissing their needs, very cruel with his words and actions, and left a trail of bitterness in the kingdom. And despite his handsome face and well-built body, he was deeply unloved. One day, as the sun set behind the lush hills of the kingdom, a very wise woman named Nana visited the palace, troubled by the way the prince behaved. She was known for her mystical powers and deep wisdom, and she came to speak with the king about a vision she had concerning the future of the kingdom. As she approached, Prince Olu intercepted her, mocking her tattered clothes and age lines of her face. "Why do you bring your filth to my father's palace, old woman?" Olu sneered. "Go back to where you came from. Leave the affairs of the royals to the royals." Nana looked at Olu with eyes that seemed to pierce through his soul. "Prince Olu," she said calmly, "your arrogance and cruelty will be your downfall. Your beauty is only skin deep and your heart is as cold as stone. If you do not change your ways, something shall come upon you. A curse will befall you, and you will know the true meaning of suffering." Olu laughed scornfully and dismissed her words. "Begone, you witch. Your curses mean nothing to me," he retorted before turning his back on her. Nana left the palace, but just as she was about to leave, she remembered what brought her to the palace, and then she whispered an incantation under her breath and cursed Olu. That night, as Olu slept in his luxurious bed, as usual, he was visited by a dream so vivid it felt real. In that dream, a powerful spirit appeared to him, shrouded in light and mystery. "Olu," the spirit intoned, "your actions have angered the spirit, and from this day forth you are cursed. Every night you must find a virgin to sleep with you willingly, or else you will suffer a slow and painful death. By the rising of the sun, the curse cannot be broken, except by the power of true love and kindness that is not forced or coerced." Olu awoke in cold sweat, his heart pounding in his chest. He tried to dismiss the dream as mere folly. As the night drew on, he began to feel an intense pain coursing through his body. It was as if invisible flames were leaking at his skin. Desperate and terrified, Olu knew he had to find a way to break this curse. The next day, the prince summoned all the young women of the kingdom who have heard of Olu's cruelty, and repelled by his interest, he presented them with lavish gifts and promised them wealth and status if they would spend the night with him. Of course, they said no and turned him down because nobody liked his guts. He looked desperate though. Most of them looked at themselves and were wondering what kind of manner is this? What happened to our prince? Each night, the pain returned stronger and stronger and more unbearable, causing him sleepless nights. As time went on, he tried to deceive women, forcing them to his bed. The more he struggled, the more he realized that the curse could not be broken by any other means than genuine affection. One evening, he wandered through the kingdom in disguise seeking solution, and then he stumbled upon this modest village young woman named Ami. Ami was a foreigner who came to town to visit her auntie who had married from Olu's kingdom and was known for her kindness and wisdom. Ami had a simple life, and there was light in her eyes anytime she spoke, which showed that she had inner strength and compassion. Olu, disguised as a commoner, but struck up a conversation with Ami. He was surprised at how easily she spoke. Normally, Olu hated strangers and disregarded other kindreds and other tribes and neighboring villages. But as they talked, Olu felt warmth in his chest that he had never experienced before. They spent hours together sharing stories and laughter. For the first time, Olu saw beyond his needs and desires. As night fell, Olu's pain began to surface again, and Ami noticed the anguish on his face. "What troubles you, my friend?" she asked, her voice filled with concern. Torn between his curse and his first real connection he has ever felt, Olu decided to confide in her. "I am cursed," he admitted. "Each night, if I do not find a virgin to sleep with me willingly, I will suffer unbearable pain. This curse can only be broken by true love and kindness, but I fear it might be too late for me." Amina listened intently, her heart aching for the suffering prince. Despite his confession, she saw the change in him and vulnerability and the regret in his eyes. "I will help you," she said softly, "not because of your curse, but because I do believe that there is good in you, hidden beneath the pain and the arrogance." Over the few weeks, Ami and Olu grew closer. She taught him about kindness, compassion, and humility. Slowly, Olu began to change. He helped the villagers with their daily tasks, listened to their stories, and started to understand the true meaning of leadership and empathy. The kingdom started noticing the transformation in their prince, and bitterness that once permeated the air began to lift. One night, as Olu and Ami sat by the river under a starless sky, he realized that his feelings for her had grown into something profound. "Ami," he said, taking her hands, "you have shown me what it means to be a true human. I have fallen in love with you, and I want to spend my life making up for the wrongs I've done." Ami smiled, her eyes shining with tears. "I love you too, Olu. Together, we will break this curse and bring peace to your heart and the kingdom." That night, as they lay together, the curse lifted. The pain that had tormented Olu vanished, replaced by a warmth that spread through his body and soul. And the next morning, the sun rose over the kingdom and transformed its prince, no longer the cruel and arrogant man he once was, but a leader worthy of love and respect. This news of curse being broken spread throughout the land because people already knew what was going on in the palace. Olu and Ami were married in a grand celebration, and their union became a symbol of redemption and true love. The wise old woman Nana appeared at the wedding, looking well dressed. "Remember, Prince Olu," she said, "kindness and love are the true powers in this world. Never forget the lessons you have learned." And their reign was marked by peace, prosperity, and compassion. The people who once feared and despised him now adored and respected him. Olu had learned that true beauty lies within, and it pays to be kind. Through love and kindness, he had found redemption and true happiness. But I want to use this as a reminder to you all that it pays to be truly kind, and that true love has the power to heal even the darkest of hearts. I hope you've learned from this story and you will show kindness to somebody today. Thank you so much for watching this video. We'll see you when we post.